How do you feel about new age women? I've been out of the dating game for a while now, so I don't really know how new age women, but I talk to guys about it, and it's kind of sad because I think feminism has ruined women's lives in a large way. Not ruin their lives, but ruin their dating lives. And so, but I don't know. You guys are new age women. Some of you young women are new age women. You could probably speak to it better, but it just seems like women are missing men like this. Like we're missing each other. Women think that men should be this way. Men think that women should be this way. And nobody's willing to take real responsibility for saying, okay, how can I change what I'm doing or what am I doing wrong to be a better woman?
I got a good question for the ladies on this. Ladies, I'm going to give you 5 things on your list. Career, husband, children, travel, or personal endeavors, right?
Right
So-
now or in general?
Yeah, yeah, it could be in general. But basically, in your priority list of what you need to get accomplished in your life right now, what are the top things? So again, we'll go career, husband, family, maybe hobbies, travel, whatever it is. But I just want to know your priorities, your top 3 to 5 priorities in your life right now at this moment. We can start with you.
Kids.
So more kids.
No, my kids are the.
You are kids. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Kids. My health.
Okay.
My career.
Okay.
My spirituality.
Okay.
And then.
Men at the end.
Yeah.
Okay. What about you?
My daughter, my
You got a
stability
kid?
in life. Yes.
Yes, nigga.
Wait, is it with
Plot twist.
That's my baby daddy, though.
Yeah. Wait, that's one.
Wait a minute.
so
This
it's
just
not the
got
jail
way
guy,
crazy.
right? Yeah.
No,
Is it
that's
jail
not my
guy?
baby. That's not my baby daddy, but that's
Okay.
my baby daddy.
Baby
though.
daddy.
Wait a minute. Is your baby daddy? I gotta just clear
Come
this
on,
up.
man.
Get the likes up, niggas.
Is
3,000
your
likes.
baby daddy alive?
Of course.
Is he in his kid's life?
She's with him right now.
Wait.
Is he okay with this little situation? With you
It's not
dating a
up
guy
to
who's
him.
in jail and that person being around your child?
Does he know?
I don't bring nobody around my daughter.
Wait. Yo,
'Cause I'm not
she
married to
claimed
nobody.
the
I
nigga
don't
in jail,
know.
but
That's my
not her
man,
baby
though.
daddy, bro.
That's messed up.
Why I'm claiming my baby
claimed
daddy
the
for
nigga
it?
in
That's my
jail,
baby daddy.
but not the nigga who's
But my man is my baby daddy for real.
What the fuck?
My man
Yo,
is my baby
betray
daddy
man?
for real.
What the fuck? No. Nah, nigga. You claim the nigga in jail who's not supporting your child, right?
You joking, right? I mean, that's kind of you just being
No,
funny.
no, bro.
What?
She's dead serious, bro. She is toxic as
Then-
fuck, man.
I'm dead serious about what?
You said the dude in jail is your baby daddy, though, for real.
No, that's not my baby daddy.
No, I know it's not literally your baby daddy, but you're prioritizing him over your baby daddy.
Why the fuck?
I mean, that's what I'm assuming.
I
that you
said no. I'm saying no. You know, like
No.
that's my baby mama. That's my baby daddy. Like that's my baby.
Hey, the mama?
Like I'm not dead serious. That's not my baby daddy.
No.
for real,
But
that's
you
my baby
claiming a
daddy.
nigga who's not watching your kid, son, daughter.
A daughter.
All right.
So-
but finish what you're going to say and then.
Why the fuck? Like you say, oh, yeah. Like I have a man, he's in jail. But the nigga who actually watching your fucking daughter, you aren't claiming him.
I
On
said
air,
that's my baby
and
daddy. Nothing more, nothing less.
I
Bro.
thought the stuff that you said
We
made
cool.
sense.
We friends.
The stuff that you
You
said made
friends?
sense when I thought
Me and
you
my
were.
baby daddy. Yeah.
Oh, the stuff that
We
you
cool.
said made a little bit of sense because I thought you were young and you didn't have any real responsibilities. But when you add a kid in this, it makes everything I said that much more. Like your
It
daughter.
don't make no difference. My daughter don't know him, so it don't really matter.
So this is just a little hookup, a little fling, a fling.
It's not even a hookup because we cannot hook up.
I'm
Like-
just saying it's a fling. I'm saying.
I guess he's hooked up, but yeah.
Yeah,
So I'm saying you just hooking up with him before he went to jail and you just hanging around until you get out.
No, I was getting to know him before he went to jail.
She's
We
claiming
didn't
a
do
nigga in
nothing.
jail on air, right? I wonder. This is like a whole live show. She's claiming a nigga on air that's my nigga, right?
How old is your daughter? Is she?
She's 3.
How old are you?
20.
So you had your daughter
17.
17?
Bro, she's claiming a nigga on air that doesn't fucking fuck with her.
How you gonna tell me who my man fuck with?
Because this nigga is watching your fucking child. And then, We didn't know Brandon.
What was that? Brandon, hold on, no, Chris. What was that question again, Brandon? The girl I
the
wrote.
old one or the new
Yeah,
one?
the one that you just read. The one you just
I
read.
forgot. How you feel about new age women?
Okay, all right.
Yeah, she know.
The priorities. Okay, so that's what it was. The priorities.
Yeah.
Okay, so your son first, or no, your daughter. Excuse me.
My
And then
daughter.
what else?
Stability.
She's
Finish
cooked.
college.
College. Okay.
College?
Yeah.
Come on, titties.
Where does
Jerry's.
Yo guy come into this?
We'll see by
He's like
that when he
fourth
get
or fifth
out. Like
place?
I said.
Okay.
Can I finish my list though? My 5?
Yeah, go
okay,
ahead, go
thank
ahead.
you. My daughter, stability, college, get my money up.
College.
Bro, just let her
Wait.
finish. What's the last one?
Oh, she know, bro.
I just want to travel, y'all. I'm not even gonna talk about that.
Fucking traveling.
Hey,
Like, damn, I can't
traveling.
even
Okay.
think.
When you said stability, do you mean that you're gonna get that stability for yourself? You mean?
No, I mean like stability in life. Like I said, I'm
Okay.
going to college. I want to be a lawyer when I get older. I
All
need
right.
to get that stable.
I'm just trying to
For
figure
when
out
I get
where
older,
man
like-
falls in.
Trying to get her man
I'm
out.
getting
Lawyer?
yeah, I'm gonna get my man out. I'm gonna get my man out.
That's a
I'm
jail right
playing.
now.
I'm
What
just
the
playing.
fuck? She's a lawyer. You're a bad lawyer,
She's
man.
not even about no man out because you ever think about it. I got myself. I don't need no nigga. I'm going to college for me.
Do that first, all right?
Yeah, I'm doing it for me.
Yeah, let me
Wait,
move on.
Before we move on,
go ahead.
does he have kids?
Yeah.
Yeah, like 3 or 4, nigga.
All right. What about you? Where would give me your top 5 priority list?
Okay, so top 5 right now.
Done with her?
No, she's done. She's done.
Sure?
Lawyer, bro. Yeah.
Yo,
I want to be a rapper, hairstylist, lawyer. Like,
we done with her?
wait.
Yeah, she said all that I could take.
All right, go to Germany, bro. Germany. Go ahead.
All right,
top 5. Let her answer.
So top 5 right now, I
Yeah.
would say health and mental health
Okay.
is the most important thing for.
That's
I would
cat,
say
bro.
still,
Alright,
I
go
would
ahead.
say health and mental health is the most important thing.
Okay.
And then my career,
Okay.
traveling,
Okay.
family, and hobbies.
When you say family, do you mean your family like your parents, or are you creating a family? Yeah, it's a big difference.
No, yeah, true. Then wait, I would change it. Health and mental health, then my family, like my actual family, right now, like my mom.
Yeah.
and,
Okay.
Yeah.
Your immediate family. Okay.
exactly. And then my career, building a family, traveling. No, actually traveling and then building family.
Okay.
Because
There's
I'm young,
I'm going somewhere with this.
I'm not
What about
trying to
you?
make
Is
it
your
clear
party
now.
list similar to hers or different?
Well, I'm doing the traveling right now.
Okay. So what's your main top 5 life priorities?
After that, I want to do college, so
Okay.
career.
Okay.
Then husband and family, hopefully.
So husband falls in 3rd place or 4th place?
Third.
3rd. Okay. What about you?
Well, for me, it's also like traveling right now,
Mhm.
career, health. I'm not. I feel like I'm too young to be saying that I want like build a family right now.
Okay.
So that in the future, maybe.
So that's like what, 4th or 5th place?
Yeah.
Okay. What about you?
I just got promoted within the last 6 months, so I'm
Career?
just working on my career and then travel. We do have an office in the Mediterranean that I'd really like to visit and meet my other coworkers. So yeah, I would say health, career, travel, husband.
So the reason why I asked that question, because the question was about modern women, right? And I talk about this quite a bit. And I talk about this actually in my book, Why Women Deserve Less, shameless plug. In the book. It's a short book because it's Women Deserve Less. You. But all jokes aside, I talk about feminism and how it's influenced women. And in that book, there was a study done on where women rank family, children, and a husband. And they pretty much all gave answers similar to you guys. It's like 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th place. Which I guess, you can make the argument, well, yeah, they're young. They want to go ahead and, live their life and get things out the way. But what if I said, you know what? My number 1 priority is to just be happy and just do what just kind of do what I want to do. I don't care about making money, becoming a better man, being competent, any of that other stuff. I just want to live my life. And more than likely, if I didn't prioritize becoming successful, I wouldn't become successful, right? I would just have fun, but I'd be paying for it later. And I think with women, you kind of have the same thing where it's like you guys think a career and having fun and traveling and becoming more competent is going to work out. But the reality is, you guys only have a certain amount of time to find the best guy. So you can go ahead and prioritize the career and the money and, you know, traveling and experiences. But understand that if you're not making a man the top priority, you're probably not going to get the best man. Does that make sense? If you don't prioritize a husband and finding a man, you're probably not going to get him.
Well,
or at least,
we don't do that right
let
now.
me rephrase. You're not going to get your top choice. Does that make sense? If you want a man, a top tier guy, a guy that's going to treat you well, be attractive, all these other things, you're going to have to make him a priority. But what I've noticed with women is like you guys think it's like a side quest.
And let me
Go
add
ahead.
to this. Are you guys committed to not having sex before marriage? Raise your hands if you're committed to that.
I mean,
This is but this is where I'm going with it. I mean, because
No, go ahead, bro.
you guys, your priority to be married is on the very bottom. None of you guys are taking birth control. So I'm not advocating birth control, but you're not taking any measures to prevent yourself from having children. But yet all of you guys are dating and actively involved with men to some degree.
Not all of us.
No, I'm just saying to some degree. Your guy, you would be if
I'm
he wasn't in
not.
jail.
So yeah.
But what I'm saying is that, you know, when you look at it, I'm hoping that you guys aren't actively dating.
Yeah.
Because if you're actively dating, you're putting yourself in a bad situation because it's not even a priority and you're not in a position to protect yourself if you do end up having a child with somebody that you're not even committed to. So I'm hoping that that's the result, because when you guys said nobody's on birth control, I was like, wow, I mean, that's good, because I don't think women should be on birth control. I think it has a lot of damaging factors there. But then I'm also hoping that you're not actively in relationships with guys who you have no desire to commit to, because this is what derails your entire future. You're having fun, you're traveling, and you get pregnant by somebody.
And the other thing too, that's interesting with like if I had this conversation 50, 60 years ago and asked the women, what are your priorities? They would all more than likely say a husband and a family first. None of them would say career or traveling or other stuff. So it's a very modern thing for women to be prioritizing, you know, personal achievement and traveling and enjoyment before family. And, you know, I look at it like this. If I want to be rich and successful, I have to make that priority number one. If you guys want your dream man, you have to make him priority number one. So I always kind of find it interesting how like women want a guy that's like successful, ambitious, good looking, loves kids, has a dog, and has all these things. But you guys aren't prioritizing him or finding him.
The thing is, so I'm 22.
Yeah.
I know my mom got married at 19. So she was, no, not 19. She had me with 19. She was 17, 18.
Mhm.
But I don't want to get married right now. So because I don't want that right now, it's not my priority.
But let me ask you this.
Yeah.
When do you think you're going to have the most value to a man?
Wait, let me finish what I was
No,
going to
but
say.
see, that's the problem. See, hold on. See how you're elevating your wants and needs over what the guy's going to want?
Well, obviously, it's my life.
But the thing is that you also want an attractive man, right?
Sorry?
But it's your life. But you also want, at the end of the day, to have your dream man, right?
Of course, yeah.
So,
Who
like,
doesn't want it?
like, if I was to sit here and say, well, I want a really attractive woman, and I want to have this certain lifestyle, I need to work for that, right?
I guess, yeah.
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 So I have to understand what a woman wants, and I have to become that guy.
Yeah.
But I find it interesting how like women just say, you know what, I'm gonna do me, and he better accept me how I come.
No, that's what I was gonna say. So right now, I don't want to get married. That's why I'm not like, if a man comes around and he's like the perfect man, yeah, because you know, like I believe in fate, and if that was fate, then we'll get married. But right now, I don't want to get married, so I don't focus on that. And like right now, I'm here for a year. Like I'm not gonna get married to a random American. I'm
Sure.
gonna go back to Germany. I'm gonna go to college and like.
Do you think you have more value now, or when you're done with college in 4 to 5 years?
Well, it depends. What do you mean with value?
I'm asking you, to a man, do you think you have more value right now, or when you're 27?
Well, what kind of man? If it's like what kind of man?
A
Like the
man, let's
perfect
say a man with options, yeah. Like, do you think you're more attractive to him now at 22 or at 28, 29, 30?
Well, if he's mature enough, then it wouldn't make any difference for him. If I'm a good woman and I have good character and like everything he needs in a woman, why would it make a difference?
Interesting.
Yeah,
If he likes younger girls, okay, then that's his, like, that's what he wants. That's fine. Then I just look for another one.
No, it's fine. I mean, you do what you want, but I'm just saying, like, men in general, like, you know.
I do get your point. I get it.
Yeah,
That, like, men in
okay.
general want younger girls, and they want, like, girls that have less experience, so they live together.
It's really the bad habits that older women bring. Now, some girls come from a good family, and they might be able, you'll be fine. But, you know, since we live in this kind of fatherless / single parent society, especially now in modern society, a lot of women, when they become older, there's problems. The father wasn't there, single parent household. They dealt with a lot of bad boys. They're bitter. So I'm just saying, in the modern era, it's a bit different. Women grow up faster. Is my point.
And when does the list change? That's the question. At what point does the list change? Because the priorities that you guys are speaking about can go on in perpetuity. Traveling, when does traveling is not enough? You can always travel. There's always places to go and explore. When do you not prioritize your personal health and mental health? That's always going to be something that you can prioritize. So the question is, and I think what Myron was getting at, is that young women or women in general just need to think this through. As you begin to grow older and you begin to have these experiences, when are you going to prioritize or change your priority list? Because you don't want to do it too late in life, and then your pool of men that you want, not men that you can get, because you girls can get a lot of dudes, but the guy that you really want begin to slim longer and longer and longer, that you prioritize, or you lack the priority of having a man. And so I just, if I had a daughter, that's what I would tell her. Like, okay, I see what you're saying. It makes sense. That sounds good. You are young, but at some point you got to transition your priorities to begin to focus on that, because ultimately I think most women want a marriage and a good family. Most women need that. It is not good for a woman to be alone and out here struggling and fending for herself. It's just not. It's better for a woman to have a good man next to her and you guys grow and build together. The same thing is for a man. I would tell a young man, what's your priorities? At some point, you got to transition your priorities to having a wife, because you go on, you could be 40 years old and your body count crazy. And now you're in a situation where you're not going to find a woman that is capable of being with you, because men can go younger, but younger is not normally smarter. Young women don't know what they want in some cases, and a man who has value and who want to grow can't grow with a woman who can't help him grow. And so I would tell both sides, at some point you have to change your priority list, because it's never going to change itself. And then you run into a situation where you meet a random guy and you really don't want to prioritize it, and then you end up getting married and getting divorced, and you don't want that for your life either.
I think the older younger dynamic can work, but the guy really needs to coach the woman and make her like be aware of expectations and boundaries and everything else like that, because she is so naive and young. I do see her perspective where, like, hey, you want her to have a little bit of life experience so you don't have to do as much work, but it really comes down to the guy. Some guys want her to be as clean slate as possible. I'm going to program her the way I want to be my girl. Some guys say, you know what? No, you it's cool. I don't want to fucking do all this work. It's a pain in the ass. Or maybe her dad did a lot of the work for you. Who knows? But just for me, dealing with women in modern day society, I've realized it's just better for me to come in and indoctrinate her the right way. And I know that might be, oh my God, that's so terrible. But that's my job as a leader, because women don't have good fathers anymore. So it's like, damn, am I going to leave her to the devices of what a lot of, broken families we have now? Now, maybe 20, 30 years ago, hey, came from a good household. You could rely on the household and religion and shame and society to keep her in place. But nowadays, with like girls get more respect for being on OnlyFans than working like a job or being a stay-at-home mom. That's the crazy part.